We're going to downtown via the subway, and from the volume of the bikes here, and you can see today is going to be a very busy day. As a lot of you guys might know, our lives in China is actually going back to normal after very strict coronavirus lockdown. And as you can see from the amount of people in the subway, which is not a very busy subway station at all, and from the amount of bikes that you see outside of the subway station, so I believe today is going to be a very busy day in downtown, which is where we're going to right now. Do you guys remember last time I was at a subway station and it was completely empty, and I was saying that it's normally not like this? Well, I'm at the same station again, but check the crowd here. All the people just came back. So many people. We just got out of the subway right now, and just check the amount of people behind me. Yep, this is exactly how China is like on a normal day-to-day basis. Check all these bikes blocking the road. People are very active today, eh? So we just sat down at a restaurant and we're about to have lunch. And as you can see, outside of the restaurant on the street, almost 95% or even more of the people were actually voluntarily wearing masks. No matter it's an N95 or it's surgical masks, they're all wearing masks. It seems like people are willingly to protect themselves from or against other people. But in here, nobody's wearing masks, and well, of course, people are eating, right? But people don't seem worried in this restaurant, and there's no social distancing whatsoever. We're sitting quite close to the strangers in this restaurant, so it feels nice. It feels like life is going back to normal. I mean, for a long time, during the lockdown, for a couple months, 1 or 2 months after the lockdown, you couldn't go to restaurants. You could only get takeaways from restaurants. So life is not that different in terms of if I come to this restaurant, I mean, maybe 5 months ago, last year, I might have the exact same meal. People might behave exactly like now, but just because we had the lockdown, coronavirus was here, or maybe it's still here, but just because we went through that, this type of thing feels much better, I'm appreciating it more, which is a nice feeling, I think. And do you remember, in my very first video about the coronavirus, I was at H&M and it was completely empty, and I'm at the same H&M again. got lunch. We walked around this lake for a while. It's really nice. This is a very famous lake in Hangzhou, in this city, called West Lake. It's a local attraction, so as you can see, there's a lot of people coming in here and just have a great time. You know, the weather is nice. We're not in lockdown anymore, even though most people, they're wearing masks, but they're doing that voluntarily. You know, nobody's forcing them to do so. So it's quite nice. It's a very nice thing. But on the other hand, normally I don't come out to these busy places on weekends simply because we're in China and we have so many people. And when places get crowded, I feel stressful. I feel pressure. So I feel like even though our lives are getting back to normal now, I will come to this place less and less, because this couple of times I came here simply I just want to show to the camera, you know, how dramatic the change is because of the coronavirus. It's a mixed feeling because I'm glad our lives are getting back to normal now, but on the other hand, you know, the crowdedness is coming back, so it's making me nervous. But I think the point of me making this video is very simple, is to just show you guys that no matter where you are, this pandemic is global. It started in China, now it's everywhere, in Europe, in Italy, in Spain, and in the United States. It's way severe than the situation we're in China. So I'm not an expert on this type of things. There's pretty much nothing I can do except to express some positive energy. I mean, no matter how hard the situation is right now for you, your life will be back to normal. This thing will end one way or another. So just stay strong, stay positive, because positivity will be the most important thing to help you to get through this hard time. And also there's another thing I want to say. When we just sit down here to chill for a little bit, the girl saw my girlfriend, which is a foreigner in China. She legitimately ran away. I mean, this is not the first time. This has happened a couple of times already. People see foreigners, they legitimately, very dramatically avoid them. They walk around them, they keep their distances. But as you can see, on the subway, in the restaurants, there's pretty much no social distancing anymore because people just feel like there's no need, right? And also I've seen the news. In other countries, people have legitimate, very harsh opinions against Asian people because of this virus. But come on, I mean, it's a virus. It's a natural disaster. How can you do this? Things are getting a little bit crazy now simply because of the negativity has been generated by this coronavirus, and also people's misinformation. This pandemic is global right now, so either you want it or not, we're in this together. It's just like global warming. Somebody fucks up the environment, then even though you go to another side of the earth, it will still affect you. So it's not something that you have harsh opinions towards other people can help you. So please stop that. And also stay strong, and I wish all of our lives can go back to normal as soon as possible.